What's good, y'all? Basically, I just want to touch on do not believe anything that I say. I'm getting straight into it. Don't believe anything that I say at all. Understand that I may not be right, but I may not be wrong either. And um, it's Courtney here. And in today's video, I just want to touch on just don't believe anything that I say. And the reason I say that is because, man, this is your life. This is your experience. Not saying that everything that you've been told, um, everything you've been told or anything like that. I'm so like, who is that? That everything that you've been told is a lie or anything like that. Majority of the things that you've been indoctrinated with, or that we've been indoctrinated with as a whole, it has been a lie. But it's a matter of you breaking that down and tapping into your truest self to reveal the truth to you. It's like the law of attraction. If you seek truth, you shall find it. Or that's not what it exactly means, but basically, if you seek something, if you focus on something, if your conscious and your subconscious and your mind in general focus on something, it will come about or present itself to you in reality. But yeah, I just say that to say because you got to live within your own purpose, live within your own life. I was just talking to my siblings, like, just letting them know, man, like, this is your race. This is your reality. It's just a matter of time, or it's just a matter of time. It's only a win, It's just a matter of letting yourself know that you're, like, I tell myself my environment is poor. It may be poor. I'm not saying that it's poor, it's trash, like there's no chance for improvement. But my environment is poor, but my mindset is rich. It's wealthy. It's abundant. Like, I tell myself that. I've instilled that into myself. So I believe that, you know what I mean? Like, I know that there's better days coming. It's just a matter of me taking the action. It's a matter of me using my knowledge, because knowledge is not just power. You know what I mean? You can have knowledge, but if you don't do anything with it, knowledge without action is just dead. It's just there. You know what I mean? Or faith without action is dead. They say that too, But I understand that we're following somebody, whether we know it or not. And it's just a matter of knowing who, what, when, why, how. Break everything down to its microscopic segment or piece or frame. I had to realize myself that if I don't really define who I am and what I want to be, I will just be wandering and not knowing exactly what to even believe or what to even say. So understand that you have to you have to jot some notes down or spend some time with those thoughts. Also, just watch out for who you're following, or question them. I've had to sit and question a lot of things as far as with my framework of how I view life, where I want to go, who is telling the story for me, who is telling the way of life for me. And that's just as real as it gets. Man, it's just a matter, like, sometimes, like I don't even believe what I say. And not necessarily that I don't believe what I say, but I question everything. I even question myself, question what I'm doing, where I'm going, because we, deep down within our hearts, minds, soul, we know what's real and what's true, what's needed for us. Bro, like, I literally, majority of the time, I didn't even believe what my parents was telling me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would just question it, like, why are we moving like this? Why are we doing this? I would question teachers, like, but the whole thing about it is within the school system, bro, the way it's so set up, and this is not knocking any person or anything, it's the system that is designed. Also understand that a true entrepreneur or a true person who becomes wealthy, or a person who is very influential to their culture, their people, or just the world in general, they create systems, healthy systems for the betterment of the people in the world. But also there are people out here who have power, who have created certain systems that can hypnotize you and take over your psychic or your mind. But yeah, man, the whole thing about school is like, I would dumb myself down, or I would be not peer pressure, but I would just feel as if I couldn't even raise my hand or make a statement knowing that it's a 50-50 shot that it may be right or wrong. And next thing you know, some person would raise their hand and say exactly, or answer, or ask the question, or answer this exactly what I was gonna say. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks, but at the same time, like, man, this has been instilled and planned for years, decades, centuries, and we know the real. It's just a matter of taking it in. Don't believe everything that everyone says. How can you believe? And the whole thing about it is, how can you believe what someone says sometimes, especially when they don't even tie it into their own experience, their own perspective? That's how I see it. Like, you can feel their message. Sometimes people can, put a facade on everything, and you gotta be balanced, logical, and emotions with taking in things. But you gotta understand that, bro, a female can mislead you, a male can mislead you, brother, sister, dad, mom, cousin, uncle, aunt, grandma, grandpa. They can all question everything. That doesn't mean bash them for being wrong. You naturally seeking truth and having a reframed, unlearned and relearned belief in the Most High, belief in your reality, in your alignment with everything, you will have a redefined meaning, and it'll naturally attract what's supposed to be within that reality. So when you come to a certain way of thinking, you cannot go back to your original way of thinking. Your perception is your reality. And you'll then speak truth. Speak your truth. Because this is your life, you're living within your perspective. And it'll all just gravitate towards you. You'll get what you need. You'll get out of that situation. But you gotta be willing to do the work. You gotta be willing to do the work. That's an in-give situation. Like, I had to be willing to do the work of speaking truth into my life, living that truth within my life, being that truth. And it ties into everything you do in life, or everything you got to get yourself out of. Don't believe everything I say. Question everything. Align it with everything, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, intellectually. Like, align it as a whole. A rising tide lifts all boats. Period. Cannot do this alone. You cannot shortcut one segment or one piece out of the whole puzzle. It all has to align. So I say this all to say is believe. You have to have faith. You have to have belief. You have to be living. Break that that word down. Like believe. You have to be living. A lot of times you be lying to yourself. if you look at it in that sense, like, so just stop it. Recognize it all. Recognize the lies. Recognize how you need to live to be and be to live. Yeah, I mean, it's real talk. It's real as it gets. So, yeah, man. Don't believe everything I say. Take with this information, take it. Hey, do with it as you please. That's all I can say. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video, man. No, this was real. It really had my mind thinking on just this topic here of don't believe everything I say, or don't believe everything you hear. Seek the truth. Test it out within your own reality. Everything has to make sense. It's so simple. Everything's just been blurred for you to stay stagnant. Be thy light, and you will attract it. The true light. All love.